Hi, everyone. Welcome to this episode of MedTech Minis. I'm your host, Susie Ingwell. Today, I have with me Dr. Elizabeth Whiter, and I'm so excited to talk to you because we just did an episode around women's health on the last episode, and we're going to do another episode on women's health today. And you are solving a problem that a lot of women really hate, or solving a challenge that we all have, right? So tell us a little bit about you and the problem you set out to solve.
So I've been in nursing for since 1988, I think it is. And so going up the ranks, and I was in a clinical rotation in women's health. And I had a patient, and I was asked to help find her cervix so we could do a routine annual pap smear exam. And she had extreme vaginal encroachment, whereby the two-bladed speculum, when you open it, the sides of the walls of the vagina would obscure the vision of the cervix. So as a practitioner, you say, okay, that's difficult, but I was thinking from the perspective of the patient and having to move and readjust and everything with the two-bladed speculum. So immediately I literally left the room and I said, there has to be a better way. And she is not the only one that has to go through this, let alone all of us who have to endure that uncomfortable two-bladed speculum. So I developed a speculum that is a cylinder shape, and everything we have for other exams are cylindrical. It does have a round shape to it. For example, the ultrasound probe for the shape is the same. So I said, okay. So I set out, drew the design. Long story short, applied for application for a patent, U.S. patent. I defended the patent myself, which was absolutely amazing to me. It was such it was incredible. I was so excited. It was an incredible accomplishment. I mean, at the same level of me, getting my doctorate degree. So I just was excited about that. So I immediately started with, putting things into place. And here we are years later.
Amazing.
Ready to launch next month. And I really believe that this product is for everybody. It's really designed so that it's faster, easier, and absolutely more comfortable than the two-bladed speculum because there's no moving parts.
Those are the things I wanted to hear. Faster, easier, and more comfortable.
Exactly.
Procedure. Yeah, right. Everybody hates it. We avoid it like the plague. We don't go like we should. So I love that you're innovating on something that hasn't been innovated on. I think we went from metal to plastic. Outside of that, I don't know that it's been innovated on in many, many years.
It has not. And again, designed by a man, and I designed this one. I'm obviously a woman, but it's just, having to go through the difficulties and the uncomfort, the clicking, the pinch points and all of that is just, it's not necessary, especially when you have, it's an annual exam. It should be quick. It should be looked at the same way as checking your heart. Those things should not be so painful. And it also causes women not to go in or follow up, for incidental issues and things like that. So I really believe that this is going to contribute to the health of women.
Agree. And two things you just said really struck me. The words pinch point and vaginal exam should never be used together. The fact that we have to use those two things together is really disturbing.
It really is. It really is. And you know, a lot of the feedback that I get is like, are you kidding me? Why hasn't anyone done this before?
Yeah.
And I don't know, but I'm glad that I did. And
Yeah.
it's for, you know, all women, future, you know, think of the young ladies, you know, and think of what it's going to catch, you know, because there's times when you know that you should have an exam and you kind of give it a little bit more time, and then it may exasperate into something that's not necessary. So,
You're right.
I mean, this is, I hope and I pray that this is absolutely going to increase women's efforts into maintaining their health at a higher level. So,
Even for someone like me who's been around healthcare for 20 years, been inside of healthcare, worked inside hospitals, I know I'm supposed to get this done every single year. I don't want to. I avoid it like the plague for as long as I
right,
possibly can. And I'll be
right.
honest and say that I've gone like 3 years without getting this done. Uh,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
because it's uncomfortable and because it's already something you don't want to do, but then when it makes it that much harder, I think it is
Yeah,
something that people do avoid. I'm sure there's other reasons, but I think that your
right,
device can really make this a little bit of a better journey for patients that have to
right.
endure this, which is pretty much every woman that's out there. So
Exactly.
yeah, tell me,
And
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, you know, there are multiple variables as to why women do not have their annual exams. This hopefully will, you know, take one of those barriers away and make women feel more comfortable in the total exam. Because if you think about it, we focus on the discomfort of that exam with the two-bladed speculum,
Yeah.
and we don't think about anything else in the exam. Nothing else is bothersome. The
Yes.
ears, the eyes, the chest, everything, nothing else is bothersome. So I think taking maybe that will, I'm pretty sure it's going to help a lot. Yeah.
I am too. I think it's great. So, when will you be on market? Do you know? And how do we learn more about you?
So the website is Comfort First Incorporate Inc. ComfortFirstInc.com, and we're launching in June,
Awesome.
and it's very exciting. I'm so excited, but I'm trying to be reserved because it's a lot of work, a lot of anticipation on how this is going to launch and what people are feeling about. We're sending out emails to practitioners to see if they would like to receive samples and
Oh,
things like
fantastic.
that. So yeah, so we're going to be sending out upwards of 5,000 free to practitioners to see, you know, give us a little feedback and see how they like them, and hopefully it'll be a part of their practice, you know. So
Wonderful. Well, I'm excited to follow your journey. I can't wait to hear about the feedback that you get. And if
yeah.
there's anything else you need, please feel free to reach out anytime. But we will get this information out to anybody who wants to see it. And I'm excited for you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.